A while back, September 2010, 2018, what? 2010? Okay, really. Um, 2018, September 10th, 2018, I made a video of the pros and cons of sleeping with headphones. And I had a comment from a lady by the name of Linda the Necromancer of Light, which some of her videos really scare me, but I'm not gonna go there. But she made a comment on there talking about hearing protection or sleep, trying to sleep with some headphones and stuff, and how earplugs made her ears infected. And my situation has changed now. I'm working a job where I work from 3 to 11:30 at night, and so that's my about every single day, just about because of the demand we have right now. And I've had last week I had 4 days off because of the holidays and stuff. And but anyway, usually we work from anywhere from 5 to 7 days a week. Depends on what we got to do as far as the demands we have at the job. And so I've been doing this for 3.5 months, and my ears have gotten to a point now where they become a little flaky, a little oozy, and moist inside whenever I continually wear my sleep headphones, which are the WorkTunes Connect. And they just come out of the blue. About 2.5 months in, 2 months into working my job, it started acting like that again, And I'm like, come on, give me a break. I had it for this long. My ears weren't flaking, and they had no kind of moisture in there or whatever. But I found it's usually because whenever I'm sleeping or trying to sleep, and I got that pressure or whatever, and probably because of my heat that comes from my head. Like, sometimes you're out in the summertime, you're working out in the yard, you look at the pavement or something other, you can see the heat coming out your head. So it's probably the same thing whenever I sleep. Maybe my ears are still growing, I don't know. But of late, it gets kind of uncomfortable to wear them all night. The WorkTunes Connect with the gels and the fleece and everything. So I kind of went into wearing these, like my Tactical Pros and stuff, because the ear cups are deeper instead of a smaller like the low profile ones. So they're a little bit deeper, and but yet at the same time, I get a stiff neck if I wear them all night. And boy, you don't really want a stiff neck when you got to go to work. And it's sort like I do. A lot of times I got to sort. So I look down and oh my gosh, it's like a V shape in the back of my neck. It hurts, so muscle skeletal type of thing, and so I'm trying not to wear them as much. Or if I do, I try to find like a crease in my pillow or something other. That way I can kind of put my head right down there. And a lot of times I'll sit up and listen to whatever it is, like a binaural beat or something, or a sleep meditation. A lady talking, I listen to her quite a bit. She's Christian, and progressive muscle relaxation, what she's talking about, or like listening to crickets and a campfire. And I do find that helps a lot, And whereas before I kind of mentioned somewhat against that, but it do help. And but the sleep learning thing, I think I mostly was talking about at the time the sleep learning thing, where you got like a humming binaural type of thing going on, and they're trying to teach you how to count Spanish or speaking Spanish or French or whatever. That sleep learning things do not work because your brain continues trying to process rather information, and that's what I was talking about in my last video several months back, almost a year ago, 10 months ago. Not what it is, yeah, about 10 months ago. So anyway, like I said, things have changed for me, and anyway, I still find gels on hearing protection, electronic hearing protection, along with the Sherpa, like in this case, Sherpa fleece. Like you find, the beanies or whatever, hats or whatever, really does help me get to sleep a lot better. Also, sleep mask, Illumai, or Sleep Oasis, Sound Oasis, whatever you want to call that. they have masks, sleep masks that you put over your eyes that help you go to sleep. Some of them have this little glow to sleep. It's called glow to sleep, I think. And what you do is it charges up, and you look at the things until you fall asleep with a mask on. And at the same time you fall asleep, it blocks out other light. Then of course you got the Hibermates, really, and I think the young lady said they don't do a whole lot for her, and they don't. They don't block out enough sound, and so it's kind of tough when you still can hear things. And I think she said she had to have a 32 decibel noise reduction rating, 32. I don't blame her. And this thing with the sleep cocoons, I tried to buy a couple of them, but I couldn't bid fast enough, so I would like to buy some, because I think, like I said in the last video, it cuts it senses when you go to sleep, so that's when it cuts off. And then after it cuts off, you just pretty much have these noise canceling earmuffs on while you sleep, preventing noise from getting in. That would be great to have. I would love a set of those. I would really like a pair, because I got this barking dog and these cars going by. I got Seth listening to the radio, watching football, which I hate at times, or listening to his videos on his phone, and it's kind of hard to sleep. But if I go to bed later at times, my body can't get the rest that it needs, and I need to have everything, all sound shut off so I can get to sleep. And that's pretty tough. But anyway, like right now, it's getting toward 12 o'clock, and I should be sleeping, but instead I'm making videos, and I made this like 34th one, because I wanted to make a reply to that video. But, and I'm losing sleep, but I have slept for quite a while. I think I slept for like 4 hours. I went to bed at 6, and I woke up about 10:30, so about 4.5 hours. I should be getting more than that. But I do find, though, that sleeping with a WorkTunes Connect of late, does help in making my ears a little bit more flaky and moist inside my ear canal. So that's probably what my problem is. Whereas before, I didn't have that problem. It went away, and then it came back. It was gone for like a year, and I started changing things up, and it was still good to go. And like a month and a half ago, while I was 2 months into my job, this comes back up. Like, oh, well, great, not a month and a half, probably like a month ago, something like that. And I'm on 2.5 months in my job, so I just don't get it. Maybe it's from drinking too many Pepsi Colas, or maybe it's just because I get it's the time of the year where you get a lot of body heat. I don't know. My house is pretty cool. My room is pretty cool, but there are times that I do sweat. I don't know why, but I just kind of get a night sweat every once in a while. It could be a health thing. I don't know. But I guess that doesn't work for everybody, and whatever you choose to help you go to sleep, just make sure it's comfortable. And, if you wear it and everything, just make sure you can wear it the whole night if you can. And if you can't, just try to find someone to come in the middle of the night, your parents or whatever, and take them off for you. That might work. I don't know. And hang them up. And some people can kind of, unconsciously take them off. Like I wore mine several times, these bigger ones. And somehow or another, I take them off. I don't remember taking them off, but they're off. So, it just depends. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that real quick, and just kind of a little follow-up. And look at my dog. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, why are you nibbling? Anyway. Yeah. What are you yawning? But anyway, whatever works for you, and stop. And it just seems that there's no natural cure-all to sleep, because you can have the best sleep idea in the world, whether it's sleep cocoons or what have you, but things change during time, for, in seasons and stuff, and it might not work anymore. So it's probably best to have different types of headphones, or in this case, hearing protectors, which shut out a lot of noise, or whatever, maybe headphones like Bose or whatever that are not hearing protectors. They have automatic noise cancellation. Probably have the 2 or 3 types or sets of them, maybe something cheap as well, to whatever position you're lying in. If you got a position that you're lying on the side, whatever, they might buy a headphone or a Worktunes Connect, or if you're laying straight up, you might want to get the big bulky one, the headphones, until you fall asleep. Maybe the wireless ones, maybe the corded ones, Bluetooth ones, whatever. It just depends on what your sleep habit is and what your sleep need is, for that, for how long you sleep, and things like that. Your requirements. I think you need to know your own requirements. What makes you feel comfortable. Whether you probably need, like I said, need to buy a sleep mask, something like that, to help you get to sleep a lot better. Or if you're really cold in your room, maybe something other under your feet to keep your feet warm. If you're in another country where it's winter now, like in Australia, or maybe just putting simple furry earmuffs over your ears will make you feel comfortable enough. Some of them have radio speakers in them, and maybe that will help you get to sleep better, because of the fur against your ears. And naturally they'll fall off whenever you roll around. Just something other to help you. It just depends on what's good for you, And anyway, I've got several kinds, so that kind of helps me. But with this ear flaking and stuff, I guess I need to kind of stay away from the Worktunes Connect for a while. And so anyway, I'm wearing the big headphones, the ones with the deeper ear cushions, ear cups rather. So I don't have much pressure on there, and whatever pressure I do have, it's around my ear, not on my ear canal. That seems to be the problem. So I wish I didn't have it, but it's back. So I got to figure out a way how to do this and not cause so much moisture in my ear canal. And so I don't think it's more the problem of the fleece or the gels than it is the as much it is the contact, and the body heat that's coming from me. But anyway, I hope it helps somebody, and this is more of a telling you what's going on my part than it is a follow up. I know, but I'm just telling you what my experience is, and my change in jobs and stuff like that. And I sure do appreciate the 450 views, and I appreciate the comment from Linda, about that on my other video. And hopefully I can be a help to somebody else. That will be a help to somebody else. And it seems that Worktunes Connects works pretty well, because they're just like pretty regular headphones plus the earmuffs at the same time. But I think if you really, but the gels that I had on them, Double Alpha Academy gels, maybe I need something a little bit softer, like with HY80 gels from 3M Peltor. But the thing it is, if you rest too much on them one side or another, they eventually flatten out. So the best thing to do is just sleep with it, head on a pillow straight up, because those right there, they can flatten out over time. But the Double Alpha Academies don't. But at the same time, they do get kind of stiff, even though they don't get out of shape or anything. But it just depends, man. There's just so many options out there of trying to get sleep, that good rest. And whether you wear headphones, earmuffs, earplugs, or earbuds, it just depends. There's so many options. But whatever works for you, whatever helps you get to sleep, that's probably the best choice. Me, I guess I got a bit of a obsession with earmuff headphones, whatever, headphone earmuffs. I like having my ears covered, I guess, and some people say that's the fetish. I guess in It might be, I don't know, but I mean, I've always liked seeing women wearing them and stuff, but it's nothing really sexual. It's just I like seeing women wear. I like to see women comfortable, and and things like that. That's just the way it is, and looking cute. That's all, and anyway, and I've suggested these things to people, and I've given people, headphone earmuffs, earmuff, whatever it is, word tunes. I've given people that, and they loved them, and stuff like that. They appreciate them, and even made a video about it. So they seem to really like them. Even guys, I give them some to guys, so they seem to like them. But anyway, I hope that's helped somebody, and I'm trying to get some more sleep before I go to work. I ain't got a whole bunch, but because I'm too concerned about making these videos, because I want to try to help somebody. So I hope that helps. And God bless. Take care, and we'll see you later.